Hey, fine people, good morning. It is Tuesday, and we're going to do story time today. I'm Brian, your Gen X storyteller, and I talk a lot about the writing process, screenwriting, networking for authors, all that good stuff involving writing and your writing career. And so a lot of my videos are very positive, like you can do this, and I wholeheartedly believe that. You can do it, stick to it, consistency, persistence, and you will get where you want to go. However, I run the risk of sounding like everything just is sunny and coming up roses and like everything just is fantastic and nothing ever goes wrong. But that road to any kind of success I've had is paved with near misses, failures, bad decisions, mistakes, and the reason I talk a lot about stuff is because I want to help other writers avoid the mistakes that I made. And so today we're going to talk about a close call, a near miss, an almost sale of a spec script that my friend and I wrote back in the early 2000s. And I've told this story before, so if you've heard the tale, feel free to scroll on. But if you haven't heard it, my friend and I had a great idea for an epic vampire story set in the Middle Ages, and we were in love with this idea, and we wrote a preliminary draft. It was really about this group of knights who were dedicated to doing nothing but killing vampires, and they uncovered a plot by this big group of vampires, and there was like political intrigue, and there was a solar eclipse involved, and it was just a whole lot of cool stuff. And a friend of ours who was an executive at New Line Cinema at the time really liked the idea, and he gave us a lot of tips, a lot of coaching to help massage that script into something that could sell. And his marching orders were to make it big, dark, and fun. And so that's what we did. And we got to the point where he started putting together a team. He got producers on board. He had professional readers giving us notes, and he even got a White Wolf production to want to create toys, action figures of our knights and some of the vampires. And all these people were on board. We were just sort of getting the contracts going. We had pretty much signed off on the final draft of Dark Ages, which was the script. And then the movie Van Helsing came out. That's the one starring Hugh Jackman, set in a sort of Middle Ages past where he hunted vampires. Yeah, very similar. It underperformed at the time in the box office. And so overnight, like literally overnight, all interest in our script evaporated. Everybody pulled out. Everybody went away. And it just didn't happen. So needless to say, that's Hollywood. That's how it works. You could be on the trajectory to getting something made, and then something happens that is, through no fault of your own, just kills all interest in the whole thing. And that's the way it goes. You just have to keep plugging along. I will say, I was very young, naive, and new to the process at the time, and when that happened, I was devastated because I thought, this is it, we're gonna make it. And when that didn't happen, it was about 3 years before I wrote another word. Yeah, I didn't write for almost 3 years, and I had to really kind of kick myself in the ass and say, look, you gonna let this one setback stop you? No, you got to keep going. There are other opportunities. There are other stories. And my friend and I, we do revisit Dark Ages every now and then because it's such a good story that we may actually put it out again. We may actually take it out again and see what we can do with it because we really enjoyed that story. So the lesson here, my friends, is expect the unexpected. Things can go wrong, but it is always worth it to stick it out and keep trying. If that path doesn't succeed, pivot, move on to the next project. You just never know. And never give up. Persistence pays more than talent or skill. Persistence always wins. So don't give up. Do not give up. Don't do what I did. Don't stop writing for a period of time just because of a setback. Don't do it. Don't do what I did. Lick your wounds, take a week off, then jump right back in. Jump back in, keep writing, come up with a new idea, or come up with a rewrite for the current one that failed. There's always a way. There's a million ways to succeed in a writing career. So don't give up. You got this. You can do it. And hang in there. It really does pay off. Look at where I'm at now. So yeah, I'm not to where I want to be, but I'm definitely further along the pathway than I ever was before because I didn't give up. So you don't give up. You're not allowed. Persist.